Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard. We're here at Universal Studios for this week's construction update. But we also got some other stuff to check out, like Wicked merch and more, and some closings at CityWalk. So let's go check that out right now. Mini Monster has confirmed they are closing October 23rd. That is just in 4 days from now. They said Universal would not renew their lease, and Universal certainly has plans for this space because they filed some new permits for new LED signs for this location. So I'm very curious. I think the sign was backlit before, so I'm very curious to see a brand new LED sign in this location. And hopefully it's a unique Universal store that pops in and replaces the Mini Monster location. Wicked merch has started to take over the Universe store at the Universal Studios store, and they have this wonderful wrap here. Unfortunately, the pole blocks the iconic shot here of Glinda and Elphaba. Oh my god, I totally messed up the name, but it blocks the shot up to them. This pole is right here, right where they are. So that's kind of unfortunate. You can't really see it, but you can see the Emerald City over here and the other characters. But yeah, the two main ones are totally blocked off. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of this merch. First of all, I love the color schemes here of Emerald City because, you know, very green. I love green, and I love this. I think this movie's gonna do great. It's doing very well on tracking our pre-sales already. I already have my tickets for November 20th for the early fan screenings. That's gonna be fun. But you have keychains, you have dolls, you have Elphaba. Oh, there's Elphaba and Glinda right there. Although she's not blonde like Ariana Grande, so it's a more generic Glinda. Elphaba again. You got some notebooks and journals and reusable cups here. Pretty awesome. And then these really cool shirts. This is kind of like inspired from the original musical right there. I'm very excited for the movie. The trailers have always looked great, and it's very colorful. It's like that wedding cake movie like Aladdin was. So should be pretty good. It's 2 parts, 3 hours long each. Seems like so, but I feel like it'll go by fast. But look at this nice little Emerald City, a city made of emeralds. And here's the Glinda side. Sorry, the sun is in a position where it's getting quite the glare, but here's the Glinda side with the Glinda dolls and say some Glinda candles. Right there, two segments here, and there's some Funko Pops of the candles. There, the Prince and Glinda, and more candles. These look like much fancier candles. And of course the candy. I can't do it without the candy. More journals, and then some of these things. I don't know what that is, to be honest, but it looks nice. But don't fret, the Halloween Horror Nights merch is still here in the massive Universal Studios store, and it's 30% off. This is bringing towards the end of the Halloween season here. We have just a few weeks left, so this price is, from 30 and eventually up to 90% off. This is when I get a lot of my merchandise at Universal for Horror Nights and others. When this jumps to 90% off, it's already starting, so get ready. If you can hold off a little longer, this will jump up to 50% off and then 90% off just in a couple of weeks. So don't buy anything yet if you want a bigger discount. Although if you fear that your favorite item will be totally gone, or favorite size or the size you want will be totally gone, then go ahead and get it. But definitely want to go ahead and get this out. Now, I'm not sure if the weekend stuff is 30% off because I think that's a separate licensing deal. I'll have to ask, but for now I know at least all the Universal Horror Nights merch is 30% off. Let me go ask a team member about the weekend stuff though, because I don't want to mislead you. Okay, so I was able to confirm the weekend is also part of the discount. So that's 30% off, and I'll jump up to 90% off too. The weekend stuff though will probably fly off the shelves. I remember when we got to 90% off in 2022, there was no weekend merch to be found. In fact, that's why I got mine at full price last week, because I was I wanted to get a weekend stuff earlier, in 2022, but I just couldn't find any. So I paid full price because I'm I really want this. So if you want the weekend stuff, get it now for 30% off, because I don't know if it'll be here when it's 50 or 90% off. Also, we're gonna head into the theme park right now, but I did a video recently right before this one. I don't know which one's going up first, so definitely subscribe just to be sure. But on the future of CityWalk, future of Universal CityWalk, there's lots of, I showed you Mini Monster is closing. I put that in this video because it's closing soon. There's some some new news, but there's other stuff that's under construction. Empty spots closing. Dong Po, as I've discovered, has been closing. So I kind of go over speculation of what's rumored to come to those spaces. I Fly, of course, is a big rumor for the hotel and topic conversation there. So I kind of do a big CityWalk overview video that should be either out now or coming out after this. So I'll try to link it above if it does come out after this. But if it's not out yet, make sure to subscribe if you're interested and turn on that notification bell to get a notification of when that's out, likely at 12 p.m. on a weekday. But yeah, so very cool stuff there, and I'm very curious about your comments about the future of CityWalk, because we do notice in real time in that video a dead zone, that like literally divide between a busy and a dead zone right by that Cinnabon area. So that is pretty cool. I kind of go on a short little rant because I was discovering this in real time, and I actually made a tweet about that, doing a side-by-side picture because there was just a sharp divide of people. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already, and because I'm very curious about your thoughts on the future of CityWalk and how to activate some of these dead zones. But let's go to the theme park and see what they've done with Fast and Furious. It's been a few days. I will say, heard a new update. It seems like this hotel will start in January with the I Fly stuff. I kind of go into that in that CityWalk video as well. So I'll keep looking, but I won't probably give an update until next year when there's maybe some construction walls in this area. Wicked is coming to the feature presentation store. It's going to open, I believe, October 28th. That's not this Monday, but next Monday. The colors are changing to green and pink. Well, actually, sorry. Pink is, green was already there, but this pink is new over here at Wicked. So I'm very excited to see. I'll probably see a lot of that same merch you just saw. But yeah, this whole area will be transformed. And I believe Hollywood and Dine will have some specialty food as well, and a special menu for that. So right now the 60th anniversary stuff is still up, but yeah, this will probably be transformed into Wicked. That's what I heard a few months ago, and they transformed this for everything. So very excited for that, and there'll be one last Super Nintendo store here, so that'll be cool. Because I love Nintendo, but there's like 5 of them. It's like one in CityWalk, there was one there, and there's 2 downstairs, so like 4 of them. I feel like there's one over there, Universal store, so it's 5, yeah. So now there'll just be 4, so it's just plenty of Nintendo merchandise for everybody. Over at the Fast and Furious Ghost, you can see lots of scaffolding going up. Steel frame is going inside that scaffolding as well. And of course, the staircase, scaffolding staircase going up to the roof. Lots of steel frames right there. One of them is yet to be installed, and more framing continues on this particular side. Scaffolding should skedaddle over here over the next couple of days. And yeah, they can still see some definition on this structure, which would be pretty awesome. Scaffolding continues over the station with a definite window definition frames over there, which we'll go ahead and talk about. And there's a new structure, which is going to be a queue on top and launch tunnel underneath for one of the launches on the road, so it should be pretty freaking awesome. We'll talk about that when we get over on the other side. But yeah, just want to give you a nice little picture overview of this particular area of the coaster. Let's see what's going on the foreground. Over here, many new supports have been installed on this particular section, like there and right over there. Not too much of a change otherwise, though, that I can notice at least. Probably some new supports somewhere. There's so many supports at this point that I can't even tell which are old and new, if they're like really small. It has to be like really gigantic, like this guy. But I know this is for sure new. Like this was there, but then they added like a little piece there. So looks pretty awesome. Let's go check on the other side and then go downstairs. Foundation work continues on the other side, but it's hard to see because it's railing here. Other than that, not too much is happening. Certainly no supports or anything, but again, I feel like they're starting over on that other side and they're gonna gradually move over to this side over the next several weeks. Let's go ahead and go downstairs and check up on that part of the project. More steel framing is appearing on the entrance to the roller coaster here. This will be the entrance portal, and they're putting up the steel framing on the walls. This section right now, more scaffolding is popping up on the front. This new structure has popped up for the coaster, and this is again gonna be Q on the top right there, and then a launch tunnel. The coaster's gonna zoom either this way or that way, underneath it, and there'll be hopefully be a nice themed element there. I'm sure it'll be themed, I don't know, maybe to a warehouse or a building or city building, I don't know. But pretty cool. I'm so glad to see this nice little themed element pop out of nowhere. It actually, if you looked at the permits, and yes, it does show this building, but obviously it doesn't show what it's gonna look like. So it should be pretty cool. I'm kind of, again, curious to see what they're gonna theme it as. It looks like it's continue all the way to right here. So it'll be a decent length. And again, on the top will hold Q. So it'll be pretty nice use of space right there. Not too much change has happened over here, but again, I cannot wait to get those that turn. Look at that, that's a steep turn right there. It can go all the way from there, whoop, up and back. That's quite the elevation change. I cannot wait to see all the track installed in that location. Alright, so forgot to film the intro, but back in the office here, the parking garage, my lovely home, and we're gonna go ahead and film the outro right now. If you like the video, press that thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned for getting that CityWalk video as well. What is your favorite part of the Fast and Furious coaster? I'm excited for that new structure. Let me know in the comments below. Become a member for early access to this video and more. As always, have a fantastic day.